you. My name is Emma.
Hello, Alessandra.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
So I'm preparing 2 exams for university, but unfortunately I didn't pass one of the 2 exams. And
Really?
yeah, so now I have to prepare it again. And but I have this trip in February, and if I don't pass this exam, I can't leave for my trip. So I'm a bit anxious and a bit worried.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. I don't like physical touch. I would like you to respect my personal space. Sorry.
Okay.
What are needs and boundaries? They can be considered 2 sides of the same coin. Boundaries are what happens when you can perceive yourself and what you need and want. We all have personal boundaries. In making contact with other people, we all experience more or less violations of our boundaries. Likewise, we all have needs for ourselves and in relationships with other people, with whom we are more or less close. Simply put, boundaries indicate what is good for you and what is not good for you in relation to other people. Most of the time, people are not trying to violate our boundaries. They are simply not aware of what they are. Sometimes this happens because we are not clear with ourselves or others about what we want or what our needs are. To do this, it is first necessary to learn to listen to ourselves, to get to know ourselves and recognize what we like and what we don't, what makes us feel comfortable and what doesn't, what we need and don't need at a certain time and from whom. For example, a person in a moment of despair might need a hug from a trusted friend and not from a stranger. Learning to listen to ourselves is not easy at first, but becomes so with some training and some perseverance. The more we establish boundaries, the more we recognize them. The more we get used to hearing our needs, the more we can feel a sense of serenity and peace. But this is only the first step. For it to bear fruit, after we have gained clarity with ourselves, we have to put it into the relationship with the other person. It is very important to make an effort to communicate with others. Even with goodwill, the other person cannot know what is going on in our heads. Let us bear in mind that people are all different, just as everyone has different boundaries and needs. Boundaries can help us develop a healthy, loving, and sustainable relationship with ourselves and other people. Sometimes my needs clash with those of others. By communicating, a compromise can be found that makes both happy. It's important to feel listened to with curiosity and interest, and it is healthy to expect this from the other person when they are available to do so. You can also think about material boundaries, such as ownership of objects and goods, like a house, car, clothes, jewelry, furniture, money, etc. It is healthy to understand what you can and cannot share and how you expect your objects and materials to be treated by the people you share them with. For example, you can say, "I'll be happy to host you at my house one evening if you need it, but you cannot stay for 6 months." Setting limits on the treatment of one's material object is healthy and prevents resentment over time. If in some areas of your relationship with other people you do not feel comfortable, it may be a signal not to underestimate that expresses a limitation of yours that you are not very aware of, or that you are not expressing, or that the other person is not respecting, consciously or unconsciously. There are some warning signs to watch out for. If we feel angry, used, or guilty, for example, we probably need to set a limit. When a person does not respect your needs and boundaries, it is important to take notice and reflect. We all need boundaries. Boundaries and awareness of your own needs are the most important tool that you can use to have a healthy relationship with yourself and with other people.
Hi. I'm very sad today. I had a very hard day and I really could use a hug from a friend. Would you hug me?
Yes.